Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little different. We are not fishing. We're actually prepping to do some ice fishing this weekend. And one of the big things that has saved me a lot of money over the years is refilling my 1 pound propane tank. So we're going to do a little video showing you guys how to refill your 1 pound propane tank. So we're going to make it short, quick, and easy. So stay tuned and follow along. First things first, let's start off with everything you need to accomplish this. You're gonna need your empty 1 pound propane tanks. You're gonna need a scale. You're gonna need a 20 pound propane tank. And last, I should say second to last, you're gonna need an adapter. I got this one on Amazon. I believe there's a bunch of different ones you can get as well. This is about as simple as it gets. This one connects to a 20 pounder. This one connects to the 1 pounder. There are some on Amazon that I've seen that come with a little valve and a gauge. And then the very last thing you need is forceps, preferably one that has a slanted end like that. If you guys can see that, that seems to work the best to get in there at that angle. All right, so once you have all those items I've just listed, you're gonna wanna make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, because when you are doing this, it does require you to release this valve that does release some fumes, and it does kind of smell like propane when this process occurs. So a well-ventilated area is important in my opinion. Some guys say to freeze the 1 pounders, but I've done that and I don't think it matters. So first things first, you're gonna wanna put your adapter on the 20 pounder. And then you're gonna flip it upside down. And it is easier to refill these when your 20 pounders more full. So this is a brand new one, just for the purpose of this video, to make it go quicker. And then I'm gonna move the camera around and show you how to hook this bad boy up. All right guys, almost skipped a step. First thing after flipping that 20 pounder upside down and putting the adapter on, you wanna put your empty 1 pounder on the scale. It reads about 14-15 ounces. Tear it out, which basically sets it back to 0. And now you wanna turn your 1 pounder into that 20 pounder. Alrighty, we got the adapter on, we got the 20 pounder flipped upside down. 20 pounder is at garage temp, and so are our 1 pound propanes. They're at garage temp as well. Slide it towards the edge of your workspace and screw down like that. And you want to make sure there's a valve right here. You want to make sure that's pointed up. Alrighty, we got her connected, and now what you want to do is reach under here and open up your 20 pound propane tank, and as you can hear, the propane fluid is filling this 1 pound already. So what you want to do is you want to leave it like this until you hear it start slowing down, and that takes anywhere from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Doesn't take too long. You can already tell it's starting to slow down. And once that happens, you want to go by this valve with your needle nose. All right, once you got it grabbed, you just want to kind of pull out ever so slightly. And as you can tell, it is releasing all that air. You can hold it for a little bit and release it, and as you can tell, it's beginning to fill up again. So you just got to keep bleeding that air out to let that liquid propane get in there. And usually I do this 2 or 3 times, take it off, weigh it. Once it's close to a pound, I call her good. I usually fill them up to a pound or just under, and I have never had any issues. I would definitely be careful filling yours up. you don't want to go too much, and if you do go too much, I can show you guys how to release some of that. All right, guys. As you can tell, it stopped making that sound as it ran out of air to fill up and to push any more liquid in there. So we are gonna open her up again just for a little bit. And usually once it starts to get full, you can start seeing that liquid propane coming out of this valve. And that means you usually have it close. So just filling up a little bit yet. And once that stops, we're gonna take her off and see how much it weighs. Alrighty guys, so I did that twice. I opened up that valve and let that liquid come in and that air out. And we're gonna close the 20 pounder. And then take off this 1 pounder. And it feels pretty full, so I'll put her on the scale here for you guys. Alright guys, putting her on the scale, we got her tared out. And just over a pound. So, and if you want to take a little bit out, just press your needle nose down here and you'll be able to release some, but that'll work. So just to give you guys a good look, this is what I was using to get all that air out of the 1 pounder to let the liquid propane in. One important thing is, as you continue to refill these, sometimes these valves or this nozzle here down in the bottom, they'll eventually start to leak, so just be careful of that. This year I had to throw a couple out already just because I've refilled them probably 3 or 4 times already over the past couple of years, and they just weren't sealing all the way, so they were just leaking. So that's one important thing to be aware of, but other than that, super easy. All right guys, well that's the process. I tried to keep it really short and sweet, because it really is super easy. I mean, you see all these guys make it much more harder than what it has to be, and really that's all it takes. It took me not even 5 minutes to do all that, and it only took me that long because I was recording. So hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for some ice fishing videos.